share, subscribe. The question 1. To pass on a 2-lane road, you should 1. Sound your horn as you pass. 2. Flash your headlights as you pass. 3. Judge the distance to any oncoming vehicles. The correct answer is 3. It can be hard to judge the speed of oncoming vehicles. They do not always seem to be coming as fast as they really are. Always be sure you can safely change lanes when passing on a 2-lane street. If you are not sure of an oncoming vehicle's speed, wait to pass until the oncoming vehicle has passed and you are sure there is enough space for you to change lanes safely. The question 2. This sign means 1. Pedestrian crossing. 2. Side road. 3. Railroad ahead. The correct answer is 1. This sign indicates that there is a pedestrian crosswalk. The question 3. A major cause of fatal traffic accidents in Tennessee is 1. Turning into the wrong lane. 2. Speeding. 3. Following too closely. The correct answer is 2. Drivers traveling at speeds above the safe and legal speed limit is a major contributing factor to fatal traffic accidents in Tennessee. The question 4. This sign means 1. Stop sign ahead. 2. Railroad crossing ahead. 3. Construction ahead. The correct answer is 2. A round sign always indicates that you are approaching a railroad crossing. The question 5. This sign means 1. Merge right. 2. Divided highway begins. 3. Lane ends. The correct answer is 3. This sign indicates that the right lane ends ahead. A merging maneuver will be required for drivers in that lane. The question 6. Motorcycles, scooters, and mopeds are not easy to see, therefore, you should 1. Slow down when driving. 2. Make constant visual checks. 3. Share a lane with a motorcycle. The correct answer is 2. Motorcycles can be easily hidden in a vehicle's blind spot or missed in a quick look due to their small size. Drivers of cars must always be alert and looking for motorcycles, mopeds, and scooters. The question 7. This road sign means 1. Sharp right turn ahead. 2. A road joins from the right. 3. The road ahead turns sharply right then sharply left. The correct answer is 3. Warning signs are usually yellow with black markings. This sign indicates that the road ahead will turn sharply to the right and then sharply to the left. The question 8. This sign means 1. There is a 35 miles per hour speed zone after the curve ahead. 2. Drive no slower than 35 miles per hour around the upcoming curve. 3. Approach the upcoming curve at a speed of 35 miles per hour or slower. The correct answer is 3. Warning signs are usually yellow with black markings. They alert you to conditions that are immediately ahead. These signs may be accompanied by speed advisory flags that indicate the speed with which you should proceed. The question 9. Sudden wind gusts on highways. 1. Generally affect only the movement of large vehicles. 2. Only cause visibility problems. 3. Can cause problems for all vehicles. The correct answer is 3. While it can create special problems for large vehicles, strong wind can cause problems for all drivers. Wind can lower visibility by blowing dirt and dust into the roadway, but it can sometimes also physically move a vehicle. The question 10. Make room for cars that are entering the freeway by 1. Slowing down, 2. Merging into a different lane, 3. Maintaining your speed and position. The correct answer is 2. Make room for vehicles that are entering a freeway. If possible, merge into the next lane to create a gap for the incoming vehicles. If you cannot merge, adjust your speed to allow for the vehicles to enter traffic as smoothly and safely as possible. The question 11. If it is necessary to make an emergency stop while driving on an interstate, you should 1. Sound your horn at passing cars to get their attention. 2. Get out of your vehicle and flag down the first vehicle that passes. 3. Pull off the road, turn on your emergency flashers, and stay in your vehicle, if you can. The correct answer is 3. If you must stop on the shoulder of the interstate or highway, turn on your emergency flashers to warn other drivers and stay inside your vehicle, if you can. The extremely high speed of traffic makes standing or walking along an interstate highway very dangerous. The question 12. When passing on the left of a vehicle, it is safe to move back into the right lane. 1. After about 3 seconds. 2. When you can no longer see the vehicle over your right shoulder. 3. When you can see the front of the vehicle in your rear view mirror. The correct answer is 3. When passing another vehicle on its left, you may move back into the right lane when the headlights of the passed vehicle can be seen in your rear view mirror. Always signal before changing lanes. The question 13. When driving in fog, rain, or snow, use 1. Low beams, 2. High beams, 3. Fog lights only. The correct answer is 1. Low beam headlights should be used in fog, rain, and snow. The light from high beams will reflect back to the driver under these weather conditions, causing a glare that will make it difficult to see ahead. The question 14. A broken yellow center line indicates that 1. Passing is not permitted. 2. Passing on the right is permitted when the way ahead is clear. 3. Passing on the left is permitted when the way ahead is clear. The correct answer is 3. A broken yellow center line next to your side of the road indicates that traffic may cross the center line to pass from your side of the road. The question 15. A steady yellow traffic signal light is a warning that the light is about to change to red. If you are already within the intersection when a green light changes to yellow, you should 1. Stop. 2. Continue moving and clear the intersection safely. 3. Increase your speed so as not to cause an accident. The correct answer is 2. If you are already within an intersection when the traffic light turns yellow, you should clear the intersection as quickly as possible. The question 16. The law states that upon the conviction of a DUI, when the violator has not previously been convicted of a DUI, the penalty will be 1. A $100 fine, 24 hours in jail, and a 6-month revocation. 2. A $500 fine, 12 hours in jail, and a 3-month revocation. 3. A $350 fine, 48 hours in jail, and a 1-year revocation. The correct answer is 3. A DUI conviction, when the violator has not previously been convicted of a DUI, is punishable by a 48-hour jail sentence, or 7 days in jail for driving with a BAC of 0.20% or more, a fine of between $350 and $1,500, and a 1-year license revocation. The question 17. To avoid glare from the headlights of an approaching car. 1. Look briefly toward the right side of the road. 2. Stay focused on the center line on the road. 3. Flash your high beams. The correct answer is 1. You should avoid looking toward the bright lights of an oncoming vehicle by glancing toward the right side of the road. After looking briefly toward the side of the road, continue looking ahead to check on the position of the other vehicle. The question 18. This sign means 1. Cars on the right move first. 2. You have the right of way. 3. Let cross traffic pass before proceeding. The correct answer is 3. When approaching this sign, you must yield the right of way. Slow down and let vehicles and pedestrians crossing your path pass before you proceed. If necessary, stop before going ahead. The question 19. Which of the following statements is true? 1. Driving too slowly is not an unsafe practice. 2. Driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous. 3. The speed at which you drive a vehicle does not affect safety. The correct answer is 2. Driving too slowly can be dangerous because it may cause drivers behind you to become frustrated and make dangerous moves to pass you. It is safest to drive with the flow of traffic, within the legal speed limit. The question 20. Should you always drive more slowly than other traffic? 1. No, you can block traffic when you drive too slowly. 2. Yes, it is a good defensive driving technique. 3. Yes, it is always safer than driving faster than other traffic. The correct answer is 1. You must drive more slowly than usual when there is heavy traffic or bad weather. However, if you block the normal and reasonable movement of traffic by driving too slowly, you may be cited. The question 21. By law, the brakes on every vehicle, other than a motorcycle, must 1. Not lock under any condition. 2. Consist of a good foot brake and an emergency or parking brake. 3. Consist of a good parking brake that is capable of stopping the vehicle within legal limits. The correct answer is 2. Tennessee law requires that all automobiles have both a regular foot brake and a parking brake. The question 22. The driver should drive with both hands on the steering wheel, approximately in the 1. 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock positions. 2. 11 o'clock and 6 o'clock positions. 3. 7 o'clock and 5 o'clock positions. The correct answer is 1. Looking at the steering wheel as a clock face, drivers should place the left hand at 9 o'clock and the right hand at 3 o'clock. The question 23. If you change your address, Tennessee law requires you to notify the Department of Safety within 1. 6 months. 2. 10 days. 3. 45 days. The correct answer is 2. If your residential address changes, even if you have not actually moved, you must notify the department within 10 days. The question 24. This yellow sign means 1. There is a sharp turn to the right. 2. The lane must turn right. 3. A right turn is permitted on a green arrow only. The correct answer is 1. Some warning signs have a fluorescent yellow-green background. These signs warn of upcoming conditions, including roads with curves and sharp turns. The question 25. If you find yourself in a skid, 1. Brake lightly. 2. Stay off the brakes. 3. Brake abruptly. The correct answer is 2. If your vehicle begins to skid, do not use the brakes. Braking could make the skid worse. The question 26. Before stopping your vehicle at a traffic signal or sign, you should 1. Press down hard on the accelerator. 2. Check your mirrors for surrounding traffic. 3. Set the parking brake. The correct answer is 2. When stopping your vehicle on the roadway, first check your mirrors for traffic. Be aware of surrounding drivers as you release the accelerator and allow your vehicle to slow. Move your foot to the brake pedal and press with steady pressure for a smooth stop. The question 27. When you are facing a green light and there are pedestrians in the intersection. 1. You must yield the right of way to pedestrians. 2. You have the right of way over pedestrians. 3. Pedestrians must wait for you to cross. The correct answer is 1. When facing a green light, you must yield to pedestrians and vehicles already in the intersection. Drivers must yield to pedestrians when turning on a steady green signal. The question 28. This road sign means 1. Intersection ahead. 2. Steep grade ahead. 3. Winding road. The correct answer is 2. Warning signs are usually yellow with black markings. This sign indicates that there is a steep hill ahead. Slow down and be ready to shift to a lower gear to control your speed and protect your brakes from damage. The question 29. At intersections, crosswalks, and railroad crossings, you should always 1. Stop, listen, and proceed cautiously. 2. Look to the sides of your vehicle to see what is coming. 3. Slowly pass vehicles that seem to be stopped for no reason. The correct answer is 2. Anytime you come to a place where people may cross or enter your path, or where one line of traffic meets another, you should look to the left and right sides of your vehicle to make sure no one is coming. The question 30. If you plan to pass another vehicle, you should 1. Not assume the other driver will make space for you to return to your lane. 2. Assume the other driver will let you pass if you use your turn signal. 3. Assume the other driver will maintain a constant speed. The correct answer is 1. Even when you signal, you should not assume that the space you want to occupy is free or that other drivers will give you the right of way.